Hello folks, it's Rich here. Please excuse my room, it's in a bit of an uproar. We are moving shortly, so things are packed. So I have got a couple of Strats here. So just real quick, for those who don't know, haven't followed me before or listened or anything, I've had a lot of guitars, and a long time ago, or quite a while ago, I had several bullet Strats. I'll say several, about 7 or 8 of them, different ones. And I always had a soft spot for them, really. I've a bit of a love-hate with Strats. I kind of like the idea of them and the shape and the feel of them. Don't always like the sound of them. I don't know, just a bit of a weirdie for me. So I've got this Fender Player 2. Yeah, these are about 700 quid new, aren't they? 680, something like that. And this colour isn't really my bag, and yeah, I'm not really sure that it's up for sale. I'm not really sure that I wanted to keep a Strat again, but my wife said, you know, you should have a Strat, and she's right, and so did Karsten. So I thought, well, I don't want to spend a lot on one, so I'll go back down the cheap Squier route, because Strat's a Strat to some degree. I watched a couple of reviews on this. Black's not my usual colour for a Strat, but I just fancied it. Anyway, this is a Sonic. It was 139. Get this, I ordered it yesterday at 5:45 in the evening, and it arrived 12 o'clock today. Bonkers, gear for music. Anyway, it's rocked up. As you can see, you know, I've had lots of Harley Bentons and I've had some Jets and things, but I like the proper shape of the headstock, ideally on my Strat. So anyway, this has got no sharp frets, which surprises me for a cheap Squier. The frets themselves, they're not dirty, they're not hugely polished, they're a tiny bit scratchy, but they're not, yeah, they're a little bit. Anyway, the plastic nut, God, there's a light shining, seem to be cut okay, and these tuners are a lot better than they were on the Bullet. They're actually pretty smooth and responsive. I'm guessing they're 1:18 ratio, but that surprised me. Only one string tree on these latest ones. This is a trem one. It's got a tiny block in the back. Look, it's hard-tailed, and I think that's the way it should stay. One thing that's really surprised me is the bridge pickup is wired to this tone knob. I certainly didn't do that on the cheaper Squiers before, and the action straight out of the box is absolutely playable. I think that was possibly the most amazing of the lot. So it kind of begs you the question, doesn't it, about spending a lot of money. Look at that big belly, Jesus, Richard. About spending a lot of money on a Strat for a home player. I totally get people like to have a proper Fender headstock, not a Squier one, you know, don't we all? And it's like that tune. Yeah, but if you just want something to feel like a Strat, look like a Strat, play like a Strat, you don't need to spend a lot of money. 139 quid. And obviously with amps and EQs, if the pickups aren't totally to your liking, you can EQ it however you want, can't you? Bit out of tune, Richard. Most important thing, of course, is the playability, isn't it? How does the neck feel? It's all very well if it still sounds Stratty, but actually the neck on this is nice. It's no more unfinished than the PRS NF3 or the PRS SE Swamp Ash Special. So yeah, it's quite pallid in colour, but it's smooth. It's not overly thick. Is it a little bit thicker than that Fender one? Maybe. And then, look at this, tone pot. that isn't just on or off as well on the bridge, which is crazy. That's on nothing, about 4, about 7, all the way up. Just blown away. Now if I just quickly pick up the player too, so straight away, because the neck is finished on this, you know, it's still super slinky and smooth, but it's got something on. You know, that does feel good, but the pickups are slightly hotter sounding, although they also are a little bit higher. Yeah, anyway, just waffling really, but I guess my point is, of course, the player Strats has got a bit more about it, but for 139 quid, and you want to play a Strat, I'm really impressed with this Sonic, and I've forgotten tune it. I'm going to put some better strings on. Yeah, the neck pickup, all the picks on this are much lower. The neck pickup's almost all the way down. Yeah, waffling, but there we go. So, £680 versus £140. I would much rather pay £140 for this, really, and have a lot of money left over and still play a Strat. Yeah, what are your thoughts?